Hello, my friends. It is pumpkin patch season. Do you know which patch you want to go to? Well, I'm about to tell you. I'm Janae Daniels with Finch and Gable Real Estate Company. I'm the other half of the Jason, and I'm super excited to talk to you about pumpkin patches this season. Now, in Colorado Springs, we have 3 pumpkin patches. There is one way down south, Venatucci Farms or Venatucci Pumpkin Patch, which is down on the south end of town. In the middle of town, we have Long Neck Pumpkin Patch off of Woodman. It's like Woodman and Powers area. And then up north, we have the Western Museum of Mining and Industry, the Miners Pumpkin Patch off of I-25 in Northgate. Now, I've never been to Long Neck Pumpkin Patch. I've been to Venatucci's before, but that was years and years and years ago. The Colorado Museum of Mining, the Western Museum of Mining and Industry is a fun little one if you want to go for like an hour or two. And it's not terribly expensive for the pumpkins and to get in. And there's a few fun little activities to do. That's a great one to go to if your time is limited. Now, if you have lots of time, let me tell you about some of my favorite pumpkin patches, which are going to be a little bit more of a drive, but really, really fun if you're looking to spend like a whole day there. They are a little bit pricier. However, you literally could spend the whole day there. The first one is the Colorado Pumpkin Patch is in Monument off of Highway 105 and Highway 83. And that one's really fun. Again, like you can go for the whole day. There's so many things to do. The pumpkins cost are separate, but they have all of these activities. It's a little bit pricier per person, but literally it's a full day activity. And they've got just tons of activities to do. It's a very big, huge farm. And so it's a lot of fun because they've got the corn that you can play in and the dried corn that you can play in, the bouncers and all sorts of big slides and all sorts of different things. So there's that one. Then there's another family-owned one that's really darling. This cute little couple and their kids run it on their farm, and it's off of Lake Gulch Road, a little bit farther north in Castle Rock. That's reasonably priced. You get your little pumpkins there. They have a few activities as well, but it's just darling because it's family-owned and family-run. It's their little farm right there. But then my very favorite of all of the pumpkin patches is a little bit of a drive away. And it's called the Patch in Elizabeth. And on a fluke, we went there last year because my niece was visiting and she was in Elizabeth. And so we drove up there to meet her and said, well, why don't we spend the day at the Patch? My plan was to spend 2 hours there and call it good. It's, again, a little bit pricier. But I ended up canceling all my appointments for the afternoon that day because we didn't hit every activity and the kids wanted to stay as long as humanly possible. So it's called the Patch and it's in Elizabeth. Again, it's like an hour drive, but they have a full corn maze. I literally spent an hour and a half in the corn maze with my little ones trying to find the little clues that they had. And I was having as much fun as my kids were. Then we also, like, they have slides and they have like a hay ride and they have apple spice donuts that they are homemade, and they have a petting zoo, and they have like literally we spent probably 5 hours or 6 hours there. We spent the whole day there, and we still didn't do everything that we wanted to do. There's just so many fun things to do, and that's what that family, like, it's a family run business. That's what they do. I think Colorado Pumpkin Patch is the same, like family owned, and they just put their hearts and souls into it. So those are the fun pumpkin patches around. Colorado Pumpkin Patch, great, so fun. You want something a little bit cheaper, not so much time. The Museum of Mining and Industry, if you're down south, Venatucci's. If you're in the middle of the city and you really don't want to drive very far, you've got Long Neck Pumpkin Farm. So all sorts of fun places. Have a fun fall and go visit a pumpkin patch, and let's support some of our local farmers there at their pumpkin patches. Have a great one. Take care.